Sure. So 5G is a little bit different. I think we'll still have the towers. At Motorola, one of the ways that we historically roll out something is that we have a very stable technology stack. And then when we bring a new technology in, we make sure that there's this kind of migration path towards that. So, a lot, if you've been driving around, you probably notice some of the 5G nodes. They're smaller. They're, you don't have to have this massive tower to get the signal, and they work more like a mesh, so they repeat. So it's more of instead of a massive tower where you're sending the signal out and you're hoping you're in that, you can set repeaters up all over, and they basically, if one part of the network goes down, the other network might stay up, and so it basically rebuilds itself. So, that's really one of the kind of big differences. And so for Motorola, one of the reasons we have this is because it's that availability, also the integrity and confidentiality, if you build it correctly, can be much more significant. And when I mean significant, you can do a lot more around the availability because you have a network that can rebuild itself very quickly. You don't have to go to that one tower when you have multiple mesh network nodes. It's easier to deal with the encryption. It's easier to deal with the integrity of the transaction and keep track of who had that transaction and whether they're authorized. And so, that's one of the areas that we really spend a lot of time on, taking our 5G and bringing in this idea of ZTA, which is Zero Trust Architecture. So how do we ensure that we know that every port, protocol, service, object, user is authorized to that data set? And so, that process in 5G allows us to go from a very stable network and now into this more, almost call it a shift in technology, but still support what we had and then upgrade the customers that are ready for that.